for 45 minutes talking about the 10 tips for easy recall. So let's start right away. Tip number 1, grouping your drugs by class. It is very important that you group drugs by class. Why? If you group them by class, you actually group them by the organs or the systems that they affect. And in doing so, you know what the drug does. Let me explain further. So in the PTCE or in the ExCPT, you will be asked questions as, what is the class of the drug? Okay? And students ask me, Miss L, do we have to remember the pharmacological class or the therapeutic class? I say both, because when PTCE asks you on your test, what is the class of the drug, they're not being very specific whether it's pharmacological class or therapeutic class. So this is how I differentiate the two. This is what I tell my students. When you say pharmacological class, it's something that you can't pronounce. It's something that you can't pronounce or you can't picture. It's harder to pronounce or harder to picture. Say, for example, beta blocker. Unless you did organic chemistry or inorganic chemistry, then it's easy for you to picture the chemical configuration of that drug. You can't picture beta blocker, but you can picture antihypertensive, especially if you know those prefixes, roots, and suffixes that are based off Latin or Greek abbreviations. So a therapeutic class will be antihypertensive. Anti means against, hyper means high, tensive means tension or pressure. So to differentiate, again, pharmacological class versus therapeutic class. Pharmacological class is something that's so hard to say, especially when you're just starting in the program, okay? And therapeutic class is something that the drug does, what the drug does to the body, okay? Another thing that will help you with grouping the drugs is knowing the most commonly used prefixes, roots, and suffixes, okay? So at the beginning it will be hard, but you will find grouping them easily once you figure out, oh, there's a common syllable, or there's a common prefix, or root, or a suffix. Say, for example, the therapeutic class antihypertensive. Pril, lisinopril. What are those? ACE inhibitors, okay? And then we also have, under the antihypertensives, sartans, losartan, right? So you're trying to figure out, oh, there's a common prefix, root, or suffix. And I can keep going on. You have your olol, which is your beta blocker, okay? Atenolol, betaxolol. And then you have the next one would be dipin, amlodipine, which is your calcium channel blocker. I'm still on antihypertensives, and these are the common suffixes on antihypertensives. We also have some ide and zocin. Zocin is your alpha blocker, and your ide are your diuretics. All of these suffixes I mentioned are antihypertensives. But the pharmacological class is a class that's written under each suffix, okay? That's another way to group them by class, okay? This is an FDA official, most commonly used prefixes, roots, and suffixes, which I'm going to tell you how to get them and have them handy as at the very end.